Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right, out here with fat face, doing what I do for you. It's all right. I got to deal with it. I'm all right. I'm good. Do what I do for you. You know how it's done. Let's go. Writers in 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message, message and story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. You got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinkers mission, and I'm on it. Fat face and all. Is to enlighten. Nothing to do with my face. Inspire. Nothing to do with my face. Educate and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers' way of life, and that's what it is for me, a way of life, through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's the goal for all right thinkers. That's the mission for top right thinkers. I want all my right thinkers to know themselves. That's my goal. That's my agenda. It's no secret. Let's go. I got something good for you. They give me time to sit up in this lab, I call it. Out of time to just do. I'm coming up with some good stuff, so I'm enjoying it. Hope you are. The numbers say you are, so let's go. Know thyself is the goal. Well, all right thinkers, I'm gonna help you do that by giving you the information on a daily basis. What you're gonna do, follow along and put it to use. You'll see it works too. All right. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Not a right thinker. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's the right thinker. I appreciate you. I got you covered. Don't worry about it. A person who knows not and believe that they know, dangerous. Avoid them. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up. Let's go. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right? Think that know thyself. And to my eye, be true. I did a lesson before about karma. Everybody has a different idea about karma, so let me give you mine. Okay? Karma and reincarnation. They go together. Okay, like the yin and yang, mother and father, that good stuff. They couple together. Let's find out why. Now, the word karma comes from the Indian philosophy of action, and its equivalent Kemetic term as its Kemetic equivalent Kemetic term is Ari, spelled A-R-I, or in Egyptian times, the A and the I was interchangeable. You got Ari, A-R-I, or I-R-I. Okay? Now, it should be thought of as a total effect of a person's actions and conduct during the successful phases of his or her lifetime, aka existence. So let's talk about that right quick. They build up karma. You build up your karma. Understand that. And I keep trying to explain to those who claim not to fully understand, if you commit a wrong act, nobody knows. You know. There's a guy called internal witness. I wear the eye for that purpose. He don't miss nothing you do. Why? Because that karma, that's who's gonna speak for you. That's why. Hold on one second. Hold that thought. Yeah, sorry about that. But when you're dealing with karma, remember, karma is the results of your actions for yourself. Watch this. But how does this affect operate? How does karma operate? Good question. How does the past actions affect the present and the future? Question mark. If you consider your present lifetime, you will notice that your actions of the past have led you to where you are today in much the same way as a fruit tree planted today will bear fruit in what? A few years. Your experiences, again, from the present life or from previous lifetimes, I tell you, the spirit has been around. Why? Once you get enlightened, it don't come back. So every spirit that we have is used So it have memory. It has certain things left over from the prior lifetime. That's what they're telling you. Okay. Now, because of unconsciousness, when your experiences from the present life or from previous lifetime cause unconscious impressions which stay in the individual soul at the level of what? The causal body and the deep unconsciousness level of the mind, even after death. Meaning, when this body dies, the spirit gonna have some memory of it when it goes on. Hope you understand that. Now, these unconscious impressions, because you don't know about them, are what constitute what? The emerging thoughts, desires, and aspirations of every individual, and they cause what? Future incarnations. Why? Because they impel the soul to what? Continue on the journey of what? Seeking fulfillment of the egoistic desires. Again, karma is the results of your action. And if you continually do bad, negative things, you're going to doomed to repeat the same cycle. These impressions, or watch this, are not exactly like memories, however. Why? They work like present lifetime. You will not what? Remember the event that caused the fear. Whoa, 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 whoa. I missed that whole thing. Okay, here you go. They work like, okay, in memories. For example, they do work like memories, excuse me. For example, if you had a fear in a previous lifetime or the childhood of your present lifetime, you may not remember the event that caused the fear, but you will remember the strange feeling. You get that feeling like you've been there before, deja vu, okay? You have you have when you come into what? Contact with certain objects or certain even people. These feelings are caused by what? The unconscious impressions which are coming up to the surface of the conscious mind. It is this conglomerate of unconscious impressions which are judged when in the halls of Maya, and it determines where the soul will go to the next in the spiritual journey toward evolution or devolution, heaven, hell, also known as the cycle of birth and death, or even better, reincarnation, as well as what? The experiences of heaven or hell. The following segment from the ancient Egyptian instructions to Merkabah explains this point. What is this point? He says, this is what happened at Judgment Day. You know that they are not merciful, meaning the judges, the day when they judge who? The miserable one, meaning they don't care. They're just going to judge you as they should. Do not, if you want the miserable ones, this is your plea. Do not count on the passage of time, of years. Why? They consider a lifetime as but what? An hour in their time in the next realm without time and space. So time and space only good in the physical realm. So watch this. After death, listen, man what remains in existence and his acts. Here we go. Accumulate beside him. I give you the concept of when you go for the judge, your lawyer, which is your heart, which is karma. She's gonna bring you your heart, which holds everything you did from start to finish. So that's what you're judged by. It ain't the guy on the desk, it's the guy that sent you. So understand it and watch this. Your acts that accumulated beside him during the life. Life in the other world is eternal. That next life that we want to get to, that's eternal. This is temporary. That's why if you don't learn to live good in this one, you ain't making it to that one. The other world is eternal. But watch this. He who arrives without what? Sin. Let he without sin cast the first stone. Sound familiar? But let he who rise without sin, who? Before the judge of the dead. Let he who arise without sin be judged before the judge of the dead. And what'll happen? He will be there as a netter, and he will walk freely as do the masters of eternity. The reference above, they talk about right here, what they, excuse me, his acts, our acts accumulate beside us. Hence, IRE, action, hence, consequences. Good IRE, good consequences, good blessings. Bad IRE, consequences, that's gonna be good. Simple as that. Watch this. Now, this alludes to what? Your unconscious impressions, which are formed as a result of what? One's own actions when while still alive. You ain't count for nothing dead. They don't know that's less of time. You do everything right here and now in the present where you got total control and you are responsible for everything you say and do. Watch this. Through positive actions by living a life of righteousness, aka Maya, and virtue. That's where I get that from. This is what I practice. This is what I master. This is what I use to know myself with. Wisdom and action. Put them together, you got something good going. Okay? And watch this. They tell you. This implies if you live your life being life of righteousness, Maya, and virtue, this implies, watch this, living according to the precepts, 42 confessions of Maya, right thing philosophy, and the mystical wisdom, or being what? A follower of right thing philosophy, aka Shimsu, a follower of Horus and Isis. Isis. Okay, she's a smart lady. She's the wisdom lady. Okay, she's the one with all the knowledge. Fellas, women are a lot wiser than we are. Live with it. Get over it. Let the ego suppress the ego. Don't shut up and respect the woman for their wisdom. It ain't by their choice. It's God's will. So some of them who act on it do. Some of them don't. Okay, we understand, but they are who they are. Moving on. Now watch this. These actions draw one closer to harmony and peace, thus paving the way to what? Discover what? The higher self within. They didn't say the higher self up there. They didn't say the higher self out there. Within. So anybody who don't know or understand that the spirit of God is within them, you barking up the wrong tree and you're going the wrong way. The negative impressions, watch this, are developed how? Through sinful acts. If you are righteous, clean cut living man, righteous, which I am now. Wasn't always, so I can say that now. I can say that then, but I can say it now, and I have no use for sinful action. That means doing the wrong thing. Something you know is wrong, and you're gonna do it. That's sinful. That's devilish. So if you're not one of them people who can control their sinful, devilish acts, you're one of them people who we're talking about. You won't make it. Simple as that. Watch this. They are related to mental agitation, disharmony amongst yourself, restlessness, and a few other things that go along with an ignorant person trying to figure things out and still doing the same thing. Now, this implies what? Acts based on anger, fear, desire, greed, depression, gloom, etc. You see where I'm going with this? These are all qualities and characteristics of every individual, and you have control over those things. If not, you're ignorant of yourself, so that's why you are suffering. These actions, watch this, draw one into what? The outer world, the physical world of human desires. And what they do, they distract the mind and do not allow your intellect, SAA, to what? Function. Your capacity to understand fully, to have complete understanding. That's what Sa represents. Complete understanding. And when the ego gets in the way, he can't do his job. The ego, like Goliath, scared everybody. So I ain't gonna mess with her. That's the ego. I ain't going there. Okay? So he's blocking the way, so to speak. Moving on. Watch. I hope you get the concept. Just thought about that. Now, thus, existence, watch this, at this level is closer to what? The third degree of masonry, aka animal, beastly nature. Okay, third level on the seventh round of the chakras. When Ahmed is biting, he biting from 4 down. So anything that's 3, you didn't make it. Why? Because you're on the animal, beastly nature, and you're living on the third degree. You're living on what? The animal, being based on animal instincts and desires of what? The body. Selfishness, rather than to spiritually mature, eh, rather than becoming a spiritually right thinking, mature human being based on what? Reason, selflessness, and compassion for others. Moving on, let me wrap this up. Last paragraph. Now, purification of the heart. How you do that? How then is it possible to eradicate negative karmic impressions and to develop positive ones real quick? The answer lies in your daily practice of what? Your spiritual disciplines handed to you collectively known as right thinking philosophy or yoga daily. When you study the teachings and you live according to them, like I do, your mind will what? Undergo a transformation at all levels. You raise your consciousness. You become God-like from the chest up. Now you got the heart chakra working. You got compassion. You got empathy. You got the throat chakra. Ooh, you speaking from the heart. You speaking from good deeds, righteous concepts, and thinking. You're speaking makaru. Sixth level is when third eye open, ding, 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 ding. You're enlightened. The seventh is you living it out and seeing for yourself. You walk around just enlightened. That's what that means. Watch this. It changes at all levels. This transformation is what's called the purification of the heart. So often spoken about throughout what? The Egyptian book of coming forth by day. It signifies an eradication of what? Negative impression. Stop thinking negative. Positive. My man said, right thinking, like positive thinking. Oh, that worked for you. I call it right thinking. You can call it what you want. If it's positive thinking, that's what worked for you. Positive thinking, which renders what? The mind pure and subtle. When the mind is rendered subtle, then spiritual realization is what? Possible. This discipline of what? Purifying the heart by what? Living Maya according to the teachings is known as the yoga of action, aka right thinking philosophy or Maya. I'm in this one. I got another page to go, but it's another good information. Matter of fact, the whole nother line is called, the future lesson is going to be called the eternal witness. Do you know him?